I mean, I really love, Neil Donald Walsh's Conversations with God, especially Volume 3. And he talks there about, God in quite some detail. Now, I've never really been a particularly religious person, but I've always believed in something, not necessarily beyond me, but some beneficent force. I could never handle the idea of this person with a grey beard sitting on a cloud, because that seemed to me, even when I used to believe in Santa Claus, would be slightly sort of too left field. But I personally come to the conclusion that I am God, and if that offends anyone, I'm sorry, but it's like, look at it from several different ways. Look at it from the quantum physical way. We are all one. We are all connected. We are all one being, right? Now, if we're all one being, that must include God, whoever or whatever he is, So I am God, you are God, we are all God. Okay. Now, think of it this way. Whether you believe that or not doesn't really matter, but the idea is, if you believe you have that power, that ability, if you like, that strength of wisdom, that strength of courage, of anything and everything, it's like, you can live your life in whichever, which way. I mean, I'm not saying in a sort of, negative way, but you have that power within. And I think this business of heaven is within us. Heaven is a place in here. There's a song, isn't heaven is a place on earth. I would go even further and say heaven is a place, inside our heart, and that's really what it is. And so, but the real bottom line on this for me is getting in touch with yourself. I mean, is what is true for you personally? Because I think the external world, there's so much focus on the external world, so much focus, and that is, if you like, part of the problem. If we allow the external world to do its own thing, in other words, to let it be, not touch it, not try and change it, disturb it, whatever it is, for a little while, just come into ourselves in a way that we get to know ourselves, then I believe, then we create this external world which becomes a reflection of our inner world, because we create, again, coming back from quantum physics, we create from the state of our own consciousness.
Absolutely.
From the state of our own perception, from our own thoughts, feelings and so on. So
I kind of fully agree with that point, that basically we are manifesting outside of ourselves what is symptomatic of our own consciousness. So if our consciousness is troubled, is greedy, is vindictive, is envious, is uncaring, then
that's what we get. That's manifested in the outside world.
There's no way the outside world can be anything other than
Absolutely.
that. Now, of course, we do hope that there's a few other nice people who come along with their kind of good vibes, and they do kind of manifest a few nice things, which we can then become inspired with. But I think your point is right, that you have to kind of connect deeply inside, and you have to appreciate the unlimited kind of potential and power that we each have.